The calming sound of a ticking clock. An ever-present force in our house and in Oma's house, because time essentially is something that my mum, that Oma still really hangs on to, and it steers everything to every routine in every day. And I wanted today's little video to be about some of the things we do and we found really useful to help Oma manage her time in a way that she can understand it, and in a way that she can use time as an incremental tool in the day to help her understand things she can do and ways that she can still maintain a degree of independence without having to press a buzzer and ask us questions. First of all, with managing time, we have a very good little system here. You can see this is quite well used. This is Oma's week-to-week list. It's literally a pad we buy from Officeworks, and it's got pull-off sticky pages. And on those pages, we write down what's going to happen for the week ahead. But this is great for her to be able to look at very quickly. It's color-coded into days, so she can from this make an understanding of things that are going to happen on a particular day. Now, for Oma, understanding what day it is and what's about to happen is really important. She gets very stressed and very anxious if she loses track of what the day is and what's going to happen that day. So it's very important for us to write down tasks in that list for her to help that make sense for her. And when it comes to that, even if we're not going out of the house, it might be a simple thing like writing down in the afternoon, we'll go down and check the letterbox, or we'll put some rubbish out, or we'll check the worm farm, whatever that might be. Writing down some kind of an activity in a day when we don't have anything else planned just makes her feel like the day is full and there's something to look forward to, as simple as that thing might be. Now, she also relies really heavily on printed guides from the newspaper for TV. So by way of example, this little lift out guide comes in our Sunday paper, and for Oma that helps her navigate primarily what day it is of the week, because she knows every day she turns a page and it reveals a new day of the week. She doesn't really use the information anymore, the guide for selecting TV channels. We really need to do that for her because the print's too small and she can't really focus and concentrate on that. But it's still, believe it or not, a very important book for her to have in the house, because it gives her an activity to do every day, turning the page, and another way of understanding an incremental moment of time. It's another day. Every time I turn the page is another day. And in this case, I filmed this on Monday, so it's turned to Monday. So she can use that as a way of understanding what day it is to help her find whereabouts in the weekly cycle we are over here. Now, another amazing tool we use, which we came across on Facebook actually last year, is a thing called the Dawn Clock. And I believe it's an Australian invention or Australian made product, but they ship all over the world. These things are indispensable in helping Oma understand the day, the period of the day, the time, and what needs to be done. Now, I'm going to show you, you would have seen this in a couple of our videos previously. This is what the Dawn Clock looks like. So it's a very simple black and white screen. It's very high contrast, so we can see this, Oma can see this pretty much anywhere in the house. So when she's sitting down in her little comfy armchair over there watching TV over here, she can still read this display. This one is currently set up to show the day of the week at the top, the period of the day in the middle, so it'll actually give a cue for what time of the day we're in, obviously a digital display of the time, and then a date at the bottom here. So again, this helps her reinforce from simple things like her activity list to the TV guide. This little clock here helps her anchor all that information together. Now, the other wonderful thing about the Dawn Clock is you can actually set a number of different medication reminders in here as well. So it does also have the ability to sound an audible alarm, as well as a black and white text message that comes up nice and bold on the screen. So I think you can set up to 5 different medication reminders, so times of the day when you need to take meds. It also has a whole series of what they call lifestyle reminders. So if you want to program at particular times of the day, a reminder for your loved one to have a particular meal, for instance, or time to get dressed, or time to have a shower, or even simple things like time to drink some water, this clock will do that and will display those messages, again, with an audible alarm if you want, or just as a text display on the screen. So it's fantastic. It's a resource that really works, because traditionally Mum's or Oma's way of reading time is these things, these beautiful old wind-up clocks, and she loves this clock dearly. And you can see by the chime why. However, a clock like that needs to be wound up, and it doesn't always get wound up at the same time. And sometimes, the chimes don't work because that particular mechanism hasn't been wound. So it's really important to give her more than one way of measuring time in the house. That is a way of measuring time, but this is also a way of measuring time at a week at a view. The TV guide is a way of measuring time for her. And last but not least, the dawn clock is a great way of measuring time. And of course, Oma also has a wristwatch on as well. All those things combined help her understand what's going to happen for this moment in the day, then for the whole day, and then eventually for the whole week. So it just helps us reinforce the routine, gives us some way of being able to understand that in varying degrees, and it gives us a way to communicate with her through that sense of time as well. And for all of you that are living with someone or caring for someone with dementia, you know exactly how important establishing that kind of routine can be. Hey, me again. I just want to pop back in at the end of this video to say thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate your support. I'd love to ask you to consider subscribing to our channel that we're building right here on YouTube. We want to try and change the conversation around caregiving, around dementia care. By you joining that community, by subscribing to this channel, you'll be a part of that voice as well. Until next time, take great care of yourself. Bye.